Today, we will be covering one of the most important basic concepts in Java, methods. Methods are like mini programs in your larger program. Essentially, it is a block of code that performs a specific task. Think about a method as room service. You make a request, they make your food, and they deliver to your door. Let's now discuss the different parts of a method. First, we have the method signature. Then, the method parameter, which is not required but very widely used. And finally, the code that performs the desired task. Now, how does a method look? Follow along on the screen. Let's break this down. The first line you see is called the method signature, which is like declaring the method, which is similar to declaring a variable. Public and static are not that important right now, but will be when you learn about classes. The int is the return type, meaning the data type of what you are returning. Think about returning as what the method gives you when you run it, like the room service example. The return is the food at your door. Times 5 is the method name. You can name the method whatever you want, but ideally you would want to name the method to what it does. Here we take a number as input and multiply it by 5, hence times 5. The int number inside the parentheses is the method parameter, which is also called the input to the method. Think about this as the money you pay for room service to deliver your food. You don't always need to have a method parameter or input, but you always need the parentheses after the method name, whether it be empty or not. Inside the method, we simply take our input or parameter, int number, and multiply it by 5 and return it. Now, what if we didn't want to return anything, but instead just wanted to print something? We would make two changes. We should change the return type to void, because since you're not returning anything, the return type should be void. Secondly, you would not have a return statement. Often, a print statement replaces the return statement in a void method, but it does not always have to be a print statement either. However, you can have a print statement and a return statement in a method, but since you're still returning something, the return type would still be the data type of what you are returning. Note that you cannot do anything after the return statement, as it essentially exits the method after it. Now, why do we use methods? Methods are often used to make your code cleaner and easier to read. Let's say you find yourself copying and pasting similar code over and over again. You might want to use a method in this situation, as you can call the method repeatedly. Finally, how do you call methods? The way we use methods is by calling them in either other methods or a main method. Note, you write most of your code in the main method where you run your program, and often where you use your methods. For example, for the times 5 method, let's see how to use that in our main method. Follow along on the screen. Pro tip, you can save the value that your method returns in a separate variable to repeatedly use it. This line right here prints 25. Now, let's say our method doesn't have an input and prints something. This is the method on the screen. Let's say this method prints out hello world. This means we wouldn't need to print out method out like the previous example. Also, we still need to put the parentheses as that is essential. There you go. Now you know the basics of methods. Go out there and code.